Okay, we are back. We are talking about sex. We are talking about intimacy. This is Dr. Jenn Gonzalez, who is an intimacy expert. And Dr. Jenn, where are we and why are we here?
We're here at Mankind and we're going to be doing some exploring.
Exploring why? Why? What is the deal?
Well, a lot of times in a wellness survey, a national wellness survey that came out, found out that women ranked sex number 7, below eating healthy, below even how much water they're
drinking
a
day?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jeez. Okay, so we're gonna learn how to spice it up, yeah?
Absolutely, because a lot of times sex can become a chore on the to-do list, and so basically if you can lighten it up, if you can add some fun to it, and if you can start bringing exploration into the bedroom, you can shift things around.
Okay, so let's explore mankind. I like that. You do exploration into the bedroom. I know that I should be feeling really hot and sexy right now, but mostly I'm just confused. Dr. Jenn, why did you dress me up in a nurse's outfit? And I'm not really a nurse, and I've never seen a nurse look like this before.
Yeah, that is true. But it's all about fantasy and role-playing.
Okay, so what is that? What is role play?
Well, what it comes down to is that when we're with a partner for a long time, we know them so well, and sex can become pretty scripted. You know exactly what you're going to do. It plays out the same way, and so it becomes kind of boring. When you bring in fantasy and role playing, you get to branch out where you get to see your partner in a new light. Like, they're not the same person you know intimately.
Okay, and is that healthy? I mean, I think a lot of women would probably say, yeah, I want my husband to make love to me, not some nurse that he doesn't even know.
Well, I think if both people are agreeing to it and consenting to it, you know, then it's healthy in that way. And also, it gives us permission to not be who we are in our everyday life. And so when we get permission, particularly as women, we can learn that we need to be good girls. Well, so when you can learn that you can be a good girl but still dress as the naughty nurse with the fishnets and the boots and the whole outfit, it gives both partners permission to break out of their sort of comfort zone, the box that's kind of keeping them constrained where things can get boring.
I'm totally following you. Okay, so let's go. What are we going to see next? Jenn just said priming the pump. Okay, Dr. Jenn, what does priming the pump mean?
This is a great concept. I talk about this a lot with couples that I work with, because one, you know, will come home, or at the end of the day they crawl into bed and they're like ready to go for sex, and the other one's like, dude, I'm tired, I'm stressed, I took care of the kids, I worked all day, I cleaned the house, whatever, and they're in their heads and they're not in their bodies. And priming the pump is a way of making somebody feel cared for and back into their bodies, not in their heads.
Getting them warmed up.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so some ideas to kind of work that.
Right, because I talk about sensuality all the time, is that's how we get out of our heads and we pay attention to our 5 senses, so we're in our body and enjoying pleasure with them. And this is a perfect example. This is body frosting here. Like, this one even comes with 3 different flavors. So basically it's chocolate body frosting. You take this paintbrush and you can paint it on yourself, indicating where you want to be licked. You can paint it on your partner and lick it off of them. And so you're tapping into your feeling, you're tapping into taste, smell, really getting, again, out of your body, out of your head and into your body, you know, and being able to connect with your partner that way.
And that's the whole point. It's not about the actual sex act. It's just the chilling out from the day.
Absolutely, making that transition, yeah. And particularly for women, this comes up a lot in my practice, because women, we're multitasking a lot of times. Like, that's how our brains work, and we have a lot of priorities, and we're taking care of other people. And so for women to be able to sit back and feel like they're being nurtured and cared for, and that they're present in their body and can enjoy that, that's huge for priming the pump.
You've got some other ideas for some other...
Oh yeah, I got a lot more.
All right, let's go check them out. Chocolate. We're going to stay on the taste theme.
Yeah.
So we're talking lubrication now?
Absolutely. Like, we just talked about the flavored chocolates that you can use on your body. Flavored lubricants are really great to use. And again, you want to use these externally because they can have sugars in them, and that can be problematic for women. But these are great. Again, make oral sex a whole lot tastier.
Okay, I mean, she's honest. That's what we're saying, you know? Like, we're just getting the real information out there. You and I, what is the silicone versus Water versus oil?
So the main two types of lubricants you're going to find are water-based. Those are the most common ones, and then also silicone lubricants. So water-based are more like our own, at least for women, our natural body lubrication, most similar, and they absorb into the body, and they're condom safe. Silicone also are super slick. Like you only need a little bit, and they go a long way, and you can even use them for massage lotions. And a great example of that is this. It's pink. It's silicone lubricant for women. I love the packaging of this because this is something you could easily leave in your bathroom. You leave by the side of your bed. Nobody even knows what it is. You know, it just looks like a hand cream, or it even looks like perfume, something like this.
You said that though the silicone, it can be so good that it actually could make things too slippery. And
well, sometimes, yeah, because friction's actually important. I mean, lubricant's huge because if we don't have lubricant and there's too much friction, it's tearing, it hurts, it's not good. So you definitely either need your own natural lubrication or additional lubrication. And silicone's wonderful because it's so silky smooth, but sometimes things can be so silky smooth you're not even getting the good friction that you need. So it's finding a balance.
So eroticism, what is that and how is it different than the other stuff we've been talking about?
Well, everything we're talking about is eroticism. It's how to make things more erotic in a new, fun way. And videos are a good example of that. Watching erotica together, reading books together. It's a way of, again, tapping into new senses. You're sharing it with your partner. You're either visually stimulated, you're mentally stimulated, and it can give you ideas of new things to try out.
New ideas. And
yes.
if what is the kind of deal breaker though? It's like, what is the how do you know when it's too much or your partner's uncomfortable, or I mean, inevitably you're going to kind of go over the line when you're trying new stuff. So how do you know when to say no?
Absolutely. And the question is, like, what is over the line? Are you uncomfortable? Do you feel like you've been violated? Like, there's so many lines within that too. So the thing is, a lot of what we're talking about is trying to nudge you a little bit outside of your comfort zone, because that's where the new spice and eroticism is going to be. And I mean, I never want people to do things that they're uncomfortable doing, or do anything they feel someone's pushing them into doing. So at the core of all of this is really good, open, honest, authentic communication with your partner so that you know you're safe and secure trying all these new things.
Awesome. What's the latest?
Well, there was a survey that was done that looked at the most popular places to have sex outside of the bedroom. And
outside of the bedroom. Where would it be? By the pool.
Good one. Outdoors, actually. Number 8 was in a tent outside. Number 7's at a park. Number 5 is in the woods. And number 1, which is why I have our little friend here, is in the shower or bathtub. And so this is actually a vibrating rubber ducky.
Rubber ducky, you're the one. You literally are the one, rubber ducky. Okay, well, I tell you what. This conversation, Dr. Jenn, is just getting started.
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's finish up this conversation over coffee down at the Hard Rock.
Perfect.
Who wants sex more, men or women?
Literally, like from in utero, men and women's brains get structured differently because of being, flooded with testosterone versus being flooded with estrogen, and then how that plays out in adolescence and throughout the whole lifetime. It does play out differently.
So do guys want it more because they have higher testosterone? Is that what I'm hearing you say? What about women who have high levels of testosterone?
Absolutely. And the thing is, that's just the physical aspect of it. When it comes down to, in terms of the intimacy and the closeness that you get from it, and again, like that sharing that vulnerability, men and women are equal in a lot of times that way. Of wanting that connection that way, yes.
Really? Really? Men and women are equal in wanting that connection?
I think particularly in the beginning of a relationship, where that loses out is long-term relationships, where men will still have more of the physical drive, and also that's a pathway that men are more likely to feel comfortable being vulnerable and connecting with their partner than women. We have lots of pathways. Sharing, talking, being emotional, being vulnerable. We do that better because our verbal skills and connecting that way are stronger. And so longer term, women will be less likely to look to that as a way of being close with their partner. But for men, that's a primary way of really connecting and being close.
Sexuality.
Yes, sex.
Great show today, Chrissy.
Oh man, it was all you. Can you believe what Dr. Jenn said?